Presenting Bridgeforce Technologies Connectivity Blueprint, dated March 23, 2024, prepared by Trivium Strategic Alliance Group. Please note that this presentation is for informational purposes only. Introduction. Financial freedom. Everyone wants it. For some, it means clearing a mountain of debt, and for others, it is being able to better manage the resources they have and seek ways to widen their options. With this understanding, we have embarked on a mission to educate, empower, and equip individuals to achieve their financial goals with ease and confidence, utilizing innovative technological solutions. To this end, we have meticulously designed a seamless yet effective three-step process tailored to guide and support all individuals who are actively involved in the GAXT system engineered by Bridgeforce Technologies. Together, we can make the success of this GAXT system tangible. As is the custom here at Bridgeforce Technologies, we encourage you to stay connected. We want this to be a seamless process for you, and so we present the ABC of staying connected. Here are the 3 aspects to take action on when getting and staying connected. A. Account funding. Ensure your pocket option account is adequately funded for it to be eligible for connectivity to one of the 11 stacks. B. Bank account recognition. Have an internationally recognized bank account that can receive cross-border payments. And C. Connecting to a stack. Access binary option trades via live copy trading. The next few slides will delve into these aspects in greater detail. Account funding. Maintaining adequate funding in your pocket option account is imperative for uninterrupted connectivity to the GAXT system. Here are several reliable methods to ensure your account remains funded. E-wallets. Utilize e-wallet services to swiftly deposit funds, enhancing flexibility and accessibility. For example, ADV Cash, Payeer, and Perfect Money. Cryptocurrency. Consider leveraging the versatility of cryptocurrencies to fund your account securely. You have USDT, Bitcoin, and Litecoin, among other cryptocurrencies. Online payment systems. Explore various online payment systems to find the one that best suits your needs and preferences. You have their Pay Redeem and WirePay. And lastly, Bridgeforce Technologies Tangibles, or BFTGB, convert binary option trades to fiat currency using stacks. This encompasses previous deposits made. Now we run through the checklist for funding your account. To maintain active involvement in the GAXT system and ensure optimum portfolio performance, we recommend you follow these essential steps. The first step, $12.50 USD for Wise.com card delivery. By investing $12.50 USD toward obtaining a Wise.com card, you gain access to a versatile financial tool that facilitates seamless transactions and international payments. The second step, $500 USD weekly investment to Bridgeforce Technologies. Your initial investment of $500 USD for the first week will be out of pocket, while subsequent weekly investments will be invested after receiving returns via BFT Tangibles. This strategic approach to investing not only fosters discipline, but also ensures a consistent inflow of capital, enhancing stability and driving your financial ambitions forward. And the last step, minimum balance of $100 to $11,100 USD in pocket option. We highly recommend this approach to maximize your connectivity to the 11 stacks and ensure the continuous operation of the GAXT system. This paves the way for steady financial growth with Bridgeforce Technologies. Bank account recognition. In the GAXT system, An account with an internationally recognized bank is a vital bridge through which funds seamlessly flow. Submitting comprehensive bank account details is essential for facilitating uninterrupted and efficient transactions from pocket option through stats to your bank account. By providing all necessary details upfront, you not only streamline the transfer process by minimizing the risk of transactional errors or delays, but also enhance the overall security and transparency of your financial transactions. Paper trails are key. Typical bank details include the account holder's name, the account number, the bank name, as well as the bank address, and the SWIFT or BIC code when doing international transfers. Compatible income sources. In previous initiatives, Bridgeforce Technologies accepted various methods of deposits. However, to enhance our operational efficiency and align with our refined vision, we are implementing a more streamlined process for declaring income sources and outlining best practices for making deposits. Below, you'll find a list of these compatible income sources as well as the best practices for making deposits. In relation to the income sources, you have employment income, investment income, business income, government benefits, pension or retirement income, as well as Bridgeforce Technologies tangibles. With regards to the best practices for making deposits, we encourage you to maintain records of your income sources, establish a budget to manage expenses, diversify deposits via multiple accounts, research initiatives before making deposits, maintain an emergency fund, and lastly, regularly review your investments. And now we are at C, connecting to stats. Success with Bridgeforce Technologies hinges on skillfully identifying and connecting to the most lucrative stack among the 11 options available across Barbados. This pivotal decision stands as the cornerstone within this three-step process, where your connection through careful selection is the bedrock upon which financial success is built, guiding investment decisions with precision and foresight. Below, we have included a quote that has inspired us as we continue to advance along this journey. It's quoted by Henry Kiesner, the co-founder of Faith-Driven Entrepreneur and Investor. We've entitled this quote, Deep Roots of Connectivity, and it says, think about the incredibly deep roots that are just below the surface, an intricate system that is both individually necessary and collectively beneficial. Not only do the roots of these trees draw nourishment, but they also weave together with other root systems in order to create strength. This ties back in with our desire to work together to make the success of the GAXT system tangible. Ready, set, go. GAXT Phase 2 is ready for takeoff. This next stage of application and analysis is pivotal in manifesting the vision of Bridgeforce Technologies. What is this vision? Well, with first-hand experience encountering the barriers placed on the Caribbean due to the limitations of their fiat currencies when making international and multi-currency transactions, Bridgeforce Technologies is motivated to innovate technological solutions that can effectively address and alleviate these challenges. With the global economy increasingly adopting digital systems, we aim to capitalize on this shift by offering seamless and transferable financial access. Now let's take a look at the GAXT Phase 2 roadmap. Over the next 3 months, our primary objective is to establish and sustain connectivity to the GAXT system for a group ranging from 11 to 44 individuals. This roadmap outlines the steps required to achieve successful connectivity milestones by the end of each month. Accomplishing these goals within the specified timeframe will position all participants to make informed offers and/or pledges following this intensive 3-month endeavor. Now, if you take a look at the diagram above, we have visually depicted this journey beginning in April 2024 straight through to June 2024, where we seek to 1. Have everyone's account funded by the end of April, 2. Confirm that everyone has an internationally recognized bank account by the end of May, and 3. Ensuring all participants are connected to 1 or more stats by the end of June. Once this is successfully completed, this sets the stage for being able to make an offer and or pledge by the end of July. As we explore this roadmap, we also take the 3 checkpoints mentioned in the previous presentation into consideration to help us navigate on the journey to achieving these monthly milestones. To briefly recap, these checkpoints are as follows. 1. Accessible visibility into asset movements. 2. Monthly reporting of system performance. And 3. Utilization of past and future deposits and or pledges. So as we journey throughout this process and we follow the roadmap, we accomplish the connectivity milestones at the end of each month, we're also going to be utilizing these checkpoints to basically guide our decisions and help us to navigate this process to ensure that success is achieved on all fronts. All right, so here at this slide, we're going to give you a glimpse of what it's actually going to look like when you are viewing the monthly reports of how the GAXT system is performing. Remember, as we mentioned in the previous slide and the previous presentation, that we want to take into consideration these checkpoints, and one of those checkpoints is the monthly reporting of the performance of the system. So here we are showing you the stat performance monitor. You're actually going to see this in greater detail when the monthly reports are generated. But just to give you a synopsis of what you're looking at here before we continue in the slide, basically what we're previewing is the intention or the projection of how many stats will be tested and operating at its optimum, basically how we expect it to perform in a specific month. So for example, in April, our intention is to have 25% of the entire GAXT system functioning at its optimum, and 25% of the GAXT system, remember that there are 11 stats in total. So 25% of that, we want to start with just 2 stats, ensuring that by the end of April, there are 2 stats that are functioning at optimum performance. As we move through the remaining months, we're going to increase that percentage as well as the amount of stats that will be operating at the optimum performance. And remember, these are projections, things can happen and such like, but we have a vision, we have a goal in mind, so as to guide us along this journey. As we proceed in May, we have the expectation or intention projection of 5 stats. In June, we have 8 stats, and by July, the end of July, we want to see all 11 stats functioning at optimum performance. So this gives you a preview of what those monthly reports may look like. I will continue by sharing that Bridgeforce Technologies places a high value on accurately illustrating the overall performance of the GAXT system. So just to emphasize that this is monitoring the overall performance and not the performance of just 1 stat or maybe 2 stats. This is showing you the overall performance of the GAXT system. We are committed to carefully reviewing the inflow and outflow performance of stats over the next few months, taking the necessary time to ensure that all documentation is correct. Our objective is to produce results that benefit all parties involved. Here's a quote that we took from the last presentation when we were speaking about measuring the success of the GAXT Phase 2. With evolution comes refinement. And just like the icon there has the screwdriver and a wrench, as the vision evolves, there's going to come refinement. Refinement doesn't mean that you're going to change what you previously had in the initial embryonic stage of the vision, but it just means that as the vision evolves and it unfolds and manifests, there is room for improvement. There's room for grounding the vision. There's room for solidifying and cementing the vision. And as it evolves, just as we mentioned before about the roots of trees, I'm a person that loves the garden. And when trees are growing and they're getting stronger, their roots are going deeper. And so as the vision comes to play, we want to ensure that we are refining, we are clarifying, and what we cast is something that is being understood by all the hearers and all the watchers of what it is that we are sharing. So we want to encourage you that as we continue to refine the vision, not change it, not modify it to the point where you don't recognize it, but we want to refine it so that, it is a consistent message, it's a consistent effort in relation to achieving what we have, visualized in our mind would be a better world because Bridge Force Technologies exists. So we want to take this opportunity to thank you before we, conclude the presentation. Thank you so much once again for your support in relation to embracing the vision, not only in its refined state, but embracing the entire vision. There's imperfection, but with refinement, we are journeying toward perfection. So thank you so much. Do you have any questions? If you do, or need clarification on anything that has been shared in this presentation, please don't hesitate to reach out to Bridge Force Technologies. We are here to support and guide you throughout this journey. There are 2 ways that you can submit your questions or have anything that you need clarified. 1, you can email Carl at triviumstrategic.co to connect with the visionary of Bridge Force Technologies and discuss next steps. Or you can attend our Results Night Zoom session on the last Saturday of each month at 8:30 p.m. AST via the link www.rebrand.ly/replicate with an 8.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to thank you, everyone that came out tonight to be present at this presentation. I want to thank everyone that came here tonight. I want to thank my wife for doing a lovely job on the presentation. Now, myself and Sonia, we take our time and actually go through this slide by slide. And what she does, she helps me refine the vision and really explain from a tangible standpoint, what do we do next? So I think it's best that I actually show you. There's 2 parts to the presentation that myself and her are really proud of. So I'm going to try to bring that video, but on a specific slide, and let's briefly talk about it. The first one is the comment about the trees. This is a video that Sonia and I. Give me a second. Yeah, so I'm going to bring that on the screen now. Okay, so as Sonia read, think of the incredibly deep roots that are just below the surface. An intricate system that is both individually necessary and collectively beneficial. Not only do the roots of these trees draw nourishment, but also weave together with other root systems in order to create strength. Now, I like the image on the right-hand side. The lady has, quote, unquote, a money tree. Money trees don't exist, but the closest thing to a money tree is a staff, okay? Now, the reason why in this image, the female is only taking from the tree what she needs. Yeah, is not to pay bills, is not to pay a loan. She has an emergency, something that was not planned for. And a lot of us find ourselves like that sometimes. We have these fixed incomes, and something that we did not plan for came up, and we scratch our head, where do we get the funds from? That is the purpose of a stack. To make a very quick example of this, a person who, like myself, who builds websites, and they may have a client, that they know the website is worth $4,000 Barbados currency, but they, in their understanding, they don't believe that their client can afford the $4,000 bill. So they charge $400. But in a case like this, what the person who developed the website can submit that invoice to the stack. The client pays what they can afford, the $400 to the stack, but the stack takes that $400 and then pays the person $4,000, what the invoice is actually worth. And that comes from money margin trading. That is just a small example of what stacks can achieve. So this is not a pool. This is not persons putting funds in and we all get turns using the funds. No, that is not it. A stack is a very, very is the best description of what a money tree digitally would look like. Okay. Now there's another slide I want to draw a reference to, and I'm gonna bring it up now. This is really where map comes in play, and I'll share the screen here quickly, and then I'll open it for any questions that persons may have, and then we'll get into some scenarios of finances and what those projections look like. All right. So I don't want to stay too long on this screen. Now, the point I want to make here, because Sonny did a really good job of explaining how this roadmap works, but I'm very proud of this. And persons may not know this, but I was a fan of a website called Post on My Wall. But this entire presentation was done in Canva, and I love the layout. Now, if in the event that there are persons on this call, which there are persons of the network, and you're already funded, which is account funding, you already have an internationally recognized bank account, that's me, and you want to connect to a stack, you do not have to wait to June. You don't have to wait to June. You can connect to a stack right now. Yeah. So that is where I am going to open the call pretty shortly, because I'm looking for, I already have 30 volunteers, 30, and I'm looking for an additional 14, which is 14. So this coming Saturday, which is not tonight, which is next week Saturday, that is going to be our monthly Zoom call of results. So I'm looking for 14 individual persons to add to a list so that we can actually present our results on that night. And then for every 3 months, every month after that, for 3 months, you could do the exact same thing. So those persons, those 44 persons that those volunteers, they will go on a 3-month journey with Bridgeforce Technologies. We will assist them in funding accounts using tangibles. In May, we will allow them to connect to a Wise business account via our Wise.com card, which you access for 12.5 US currency. And then, ladies and gentlemen, those persons will be very, very first persons in Barbados to connect to Stack. So when we are presenting those overall global asset transfer results, those would have been tangibly seen, not just talked about by 44 Barbadians. Those persons will have first-hand knowledge of how connected to Stack really, really feels. Not a concept where Bridgeforce Technologies talking about it, like, is it a money tree? Is it really not? Those 44 Barbadians, there are 11 parishes, there are 11 stacks, and that means you don't have to live in these parishes, but there are 4 persons in each parish. So I just want to pinpoint those 2 specific slides, and then we can get into some question and answer section right now. And we'll bring the recording to end now.